Hello, I am the LI Beer Geek, and welcome to my first video. I've been a beer aficionado for the past 10 years or so, and what I hope to accomplish with this channel is to showcase and review some of the great and maybe occasionally not so great beer we're brewing here locally on the island. For my first video, I'm going to be reviewing the Balor IPA by Long Ireland, who are located in Riverhead, New York. So first, I'd like to take a look at the can art. I really quite like the can art because the prominent eye is actually very appropriate since this is named after the Balor, which is a creature from Irish Gaelic mythology that is oft described as having a very prominent eye right in the middle of its forehead. So it's a good nod there. So plus it just it just looks cool. It's an India IPA, India Pale Ale, which is it's an India Pale Ale. Sorry, pardon me, an India Pale Ale, which is brewed primarily or exclusively in this case with Citra hops, which have a very, as apt for their name, citrusy character to them, and often give notes to a beer which could be described as tangerine-like or mandarin-like, or sometimes even like limey or piney, as I've also heard, or it's very pithy, very citrusy notes. Grapefruit is one is often likened to. But well, now that we've looked at the can, let's take a look at the beer, shall we? All right, already have it in my triple Carmelit glass, which is one of my all-time favorite beer glasses, and as you can see behind me here, I have a little bit of a collection. But in any event, it has a very nice sort of off-amber, orangey hue to it, with some nice, lovely lacing around the side, and give a swirl. It sort of sticks to the end of the glass, which is quite lovely looking. And as for the aroma, again, very much follows the nose. There is it's very orangey, mandarin-y, like almost like you know how the rind of an orange smells. It's very similar to that. There's also definitely some grapefruit in there. A tiny bit of almost that lime character that sometimes Citra is described as having. But again, very citrusy. That's now that we've smelled it, let's have a taste. Very much like the nose. It's, again, very forward with that very citrusy, orangey, rindy, pithy kind of flavor. Again, sort of like if you ever bitten into an orange without peeling it, tasted the rind, kind of like that, except in a good way, because it has the malt character to for that bitterness to sort of sit on top of. So there's kind of a sweet character to it. Not sweet. Sweet's the wrong word, but almost like a cookie cutter sort of. Not cookie cutter, sort of like a sugar cookie. That's the word I'm looking for. Sugar cookie character to it. That the bitterness sort of sits on top of, that makes it actually quite palatable to drink. In fact, I'm going to have another sip. If you'll excuse my indulgence. It's quite nice, actually. Very tasty, very refreshing. And if you're the kind of person who likes those more bitter styles of IPAs that are more citrusy and punchy, as opposed to like those earthier, more herbal styles that are becoming more common here in the East, on the East Coast. But again, that's I would highly recommend this if you are a fan of that style of beer. And if you're ever out east on Long Island and you pass by their brewery, I would check them out. It's a damn good beer they're brewing. Well, have a good one.